obviously recently a lot of behind the scenes talk about what's happening with the game, rightly so. Um, since they've announced that Supercell decided they don't want to continue with the game. But don't know worry, you guys. If you're not heard, the idea is they're going to move the game to a new studio. So there has been people quite worried about what's happening. But you've got to think that the game's not going to close because they are going to move the game. If they're going to move the game and do this deal with a new studio, apparently it's all done deal. They've got an extension from Hasbro of like 5 years to use the Hasbro content, to use Transformers name, which they never had before. I presume it's like a 2-year contract rolling. So obviously they believe the game is going to go on and keep continuing. So what's happening behind the scenes is at the minute is they're trying to work out who's staying at Supercell, who's going with Yanis working on the game, and who's maybe leaving the company. Now, it's not as simple as it sort of sounds, really. Do people have a notice period where they have to hand a notice in to leave? The test server looking at right now is owned by Spaceape. It's their content. Unity that they use behind the scenes, yes, it's an external thing they use, external program, but everything in it is owned by Spaceape. And so that's got to be transferred over to Yanis. So it's a big deal, guys. It's a big change. There's a lot to be done behind the scenes logistically. It's not a case of Yanis just goes, all right, I'm going to take the game, and he picks it up and goes like that and drops it down. It's not that simple. There's a lot to be done behind the scenes, and it's still a bit up in the air on who's going, who's not, things like that. But I have been told that Yanis is definitely going. That's done, dusted. They are trying to get some of the old apes back that maybe left. So there was talk about Callum coming with Yanis and helping out. Then the big question was, is Dale going? So we don't know. But I have been told that there is one of the apes that is really well known to the game that is going with Yanis. And when I actually heard that, I was actually really pleased. I was like, you know what, that's going to be really good for the game. So things are happening behind the scenes. They are making plans. But obviously, it's not just a simple case of going, I'm leaving. You know, this conversation to be had. You know, he needs to talk to their managers about what they're doing, things like that, severances, things like that, notice periods. You know, we forget sometimes that it's a business behind the scenes. We think it's just a game and that is it. We forget it's actual business. So let's just think in your business. If half of your employees decided to set up on their own tomorrow, but they wanted something off you first. They couldn't just go, yeah, we quit, we walk out. Something has to be done and agreed on. So there is some things to be done behind the scenes. But I would honestly say it's going to take quite a while, a bit longer than what we think. I don't think it's going to be a quick few weeks. I think this could be a few months. Not to say that things won't change or improve over the next few months, but I really do think it's going to be a few months before everything is done, dusted, it's moved over, it's complete, and we're back on track again. It's going to be a longer process than what we sort of really think. But in the meantime, I think we've just got to persevere with it. We've got to hope that the content still comes out as it should. And I would advise everyone to go and watch that stream on the 30th of January and go and ask some questions. I will sort of feed back to Dale and say there's a lot of questions. I would advise you to maybe, hopefully, extend the stream or something, or do something where we could ask more questions, because there's more questions than answers without a doubt. But honestly, guys, bear with it. Try and be patient. Understand it's a big change that they're trying to work towards, and hopefully we can get some big answers soon, and it can rest everyone's mind at ease.